Good morning. It is Monday, June the 3rd. This is Overheard Overnight, and I'm Chris Morales. Back after a brief hiatus, a week off, due to a back injury that triggered the inability basically to sit in front of this computer and talk for any length of time. Today, it's all about the number 1880. That is the running streak that ended with this back injury. Now, that streak, it began in March of 2019. March 8th, actually, it's a date that I keep in my calendar. I really don't have to. It was the date that Sally was diagnosed with her lung cancer. We were down at the Princess Margaret Cancer Center, PMCC, in one of the examination rooms that would become oh so friendly to us over the years. And the news was delivered, rather matter of factly. I mean, these guys do this every day, right? We were in shock, just bowled over with the news that there was lung cancer. And, the ride on the way home was just ridiculous. Don't remember it. Still don't to this day. And the track to get back home became very familiar after that. Telling the kids, I'm not sure which was worse, getting the news or having to tell them later that afternoon. And in any case, March the 8th is one of those days that don't leave my mind for very long. Now, Sally's cancer, she has to live with it every day. I felt I needed to do something as well, daily basis, show of support, something for me to do to keep me sane. Whatever it was, it led to me kind of falling into this daily routine of running every day. And I could do it relatively easily. I mean, I've been running for over 40 years. I know, can't believe it still. So I thought, yeah, let's just continue that, keep running every day. And it kind of began by accident and continued, even up until when she died in January of 2023. And I tell you, at that point, I thought it would end. I really did think that, well, I've accomplished my goal, got my objective out of the way. Tough way to say it, but that's basically it. But a funny thing happened. It didn't. I kept running. I kept running every day. And by the way, I've run through illness. I've run through injury, colds, flu, muscle pain, knee and hips, done it all to keep the streak alive. But in January of last year, again, I thought it would end and it didn't. And essentially what had happened was the streak had taken over. It had become as essential for me as breathing, as eating. And there was simply no way to stop it. Now, there were some interesting things that I felt, how can I put this? It's tough to say that I learned because life is life and you go through experiences and we all have different experiences. We all have to cope and survive through all the adversity that's our way. And of course, the Stoics, they say the obstacle is the way. Yeah, I get that now. But there were some things that I learned along the way, and I'll share them with you. First was that pain is physical for sure, but it's mostly mental. When you have an injury and it's painful and you get out and you run again, you realize that the mind can actually take over very quickly and alleviate the feeling of the pain. Doesn't mean the injury goes away, but the pain certainly is reduced. Goals and objectives, I've always been big on that. And that was absolutely essential for me over the last 5 years and 2 months. Running for a reason, running to achieve something. And, it's sad for me in a way that the streak ended with an injury, but that's also okay at this point. And the third thing, and probably the most important for any of us, and if you're listening and you're struggling with anything, just think of it this way. It's one step at a time. Forget the one day at a time thing. Some days you just need that one step in front of the other to get through the day. And that's definitely what running has done for me, because in those days when it felt tough, I just concentrated, focused absolutely on putting one foot in front of the other. And eventually the run ends. The day begins, the day ends. It doesn't really matter. So to close off this morning, don't have any super big words of wisdom through this experience. It's 1,880 days, 5 years and a couple of months of going consecutively. I'm glad, actually, in a way, that the streak is over, because that has kind of released this cloud, this darkness, this heaviness that I've been living with for a long time now. And it's allowed me to go back to what I really like doing, which is just running for fun. I'll probably pop some swimming into it as well. And there's going to be a whole lot more walking. But I do feel lighter. I do feel better. And all I can say is, hey, take each day one step at a time. So until next time, just do right.